Comedy Jonah.
Oh
Hi.
my gosh, hi.
Welcome.
Thank you. Can everybody hear me better this time?
I bet that they can.
Yay.
Look at you with your fun little headset like me. We're like little
I
headset
know.
twins.
I know I'm not in the call center anymore. I got fired last week.
I hear you sound great from chat, so loving it. Welcome, Comedy Jonah, and welcome everybody watching tonight's show. Let me let you know before we get into all this week's whodunitness that make sure that you follow, like, and subscribe wherever you're watching this show. Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. It's a great way to help support the show. Thumbsing up, hitting that subscribe button on YouTube. So helpful when you guys comment. And of course, sharing it. Tell a friend, tell a family member. Just tell people, okay? You're our best little marketers. Of course, you can tweet me any questions you have for Dan or any questions you have at all. You can leave them on the Instagram post, but tweet us those questions with YRR Live. You actually have a while. I think we're allowed to say it. There's no interview tomorrow. We're not interviewing Dan. Well, no one's interviewing Dan until Tuesday. So you guys have a while to
Weekend.
you got the weekend. You got a holiday weekend. I got an idea, Comedy Jonah. Well, wait. Lastly, visit our website, yourrealityrecaps.com for the last, 12 years of our shows. Blah, blah, blah. It's all there. You love it. Okay, wait. How about this? People can take everyone should go do a little craft project. Yourrealityrecaps.com, our social medias, cut them out, stick them in little Easter eggs, and hide them around your town. You're welcome. You're welcome. And put like a dime in it or something too. I don't mean like a dime bag, like money. Bribe people for us, is what I'm saying. Anyway, welcome to the show, Comedy Jonah. It's almost Easter.
It is. Do you have any big Easter plans?
No. My life's not fun. Everyone knows. I take care of my mom all the time. That's about it. We'll do something fun with my mom, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm going to a pug event, so that's what I'm doing for Easter.
A pug? Wow, nothing says I'm single like going to a pug event on Easter. That sounds like a lot of fun.
It's so much fun. It's a bunch of pugs, and I love it. I want more.
Okay.
I want more. I want more.
They're so expensive. We can't all be rich like you owning expensive dogs.
When you take care of them, they're not expensive.
No, totally. Well, we want to see pictures of that. We want to see pictures of that. So make sure that you do that for us, please.
Did you see my Barbie picture on Facebook? Did anybody see it?
I
when
saw
I was
that.
on drag on this show.
Yeah, you really loved getting the last bit of juice out of that photo of when you dressed up like Big Ange. It's like that photo is 13 years old, Comedy Jonah. It's time for a new one.
It's not 13 years old, silly.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, he loves this Big Ange photo.
No, and I just love looking at the eyelashes upside down. I think it's just
It is very funny. It is very funny. I'm assuming there's a Barbie movie coming out since everybody's doing those Barbie photos.
Yes.
Okay, well, whatever.
I think everyone watching should do a Barbie of Eric. And I put the little thing on how to create it on my Facebook. Facebook.com/Comedy Jonah.
But we'd much rather you promote our shows than go and endorse the Barbie movie. So, so before we get into this week, before we get into this, should we talk about the drama of last week? Am I in trouble yet? How do you feel when your co-host of this show goes off on a tangent and fights with a house guest on Twitter?
I love every minute of it.
You're supposed to say no and yell at me.
Oh my gosh, how could you do that? This is for fun. This show's for fun. You're taking it way too personal.
Well, I really didn't think that I was that bad, and I was surprised
you made a video. You couldn't even just
Well,
type it out. You couldn't find the right GIF. You actually recorded yourself.
I was so angry, Comedy Jonah, that this
Really?
douchebag, oh my God. The fact that he's going to try and come at me. Oh, so for those of you that don't know, all I said was, I just put out a simple tweet and I said, I wish previous house guests would stop giving Zach a platform to
Yeah.
spew his bullshit. And then, of course, Zach is coming at me and other, coming at like, why aren't I allowed to have my say? I didn't say you couldn't have your say. Go have your say on your platform, on your say.
Yeah.
I just don't understand why other people who should respect this game are co-signing your bullshit. We watched you throw a little temper tantrum, hold the
Yeah.
show hostage, production hostage. That is zero respect for the game, and I will give you no platform to disrespect the game anymore. Sorry.
Absolutely. Well said.
I was annoyed. Like, don't you come for me, girl. You go out. You
Well,
found
I
a
didn't
gay
know he
not in
came.
love with you.
I didn't know he came for you. I just saw your video and went, ooh, girl.
No. He was tweeting at me like, you judged me from day one without getting to know me. How, girl, I said you look like a wrestler, which if you know anything about me, it means I think you look hot. Okay?
Right.
You look
Well,
like the Miz.
you sound like
Relax.
you're in love with him. I think
Yeah, well,
JM
there you
got the
go.
bad rap.
I guess that's true. I was a gay in love with you to start. Well, whatever. Don't listen to that. That was before you opened your mouth, and then you should have changed your name to the Jizz, because
Like if you would have just
um
stayed on OnlyFans and not spoke, right?
so gross. It's just like, just go or don't go away. I just don't want to hear from you. I'm not saying you don't have the right
Yeah.
to say your piece and do things. I think you should do that, and the people want to seek you out should go do that. I'm just
Right.
saying you basically were like, fuck this show, fuck Big Brother, fuck it all, fuck production, and then you want to be like, I want all the podcasts to now care about. No, you just screwed the show. No, go
Well, I think
away.
what I loved about this, tonight's episode is that somebody actually got voted out, which is what we, we like to see on Thursdays. That was kind of nice. Secondly, I agree with you. I mean, it's one thing to walk off, but when you're threatening production and doing all of that stuff, it just went way too far. It's like if you need to walk out for mental health issues, whatever, or if you think
Yeah,
people are
go.
cheating, do it on your own, but don't mess with the game. That's why we're
Right.
watching. That's why we're here. We're not here. It's not the Zach show. And
Yeah.
so that's the problem that I had with
It was
him.
It was so funny when I was making the graphics tonight. It was clear from the dailies. We watch the dailies every night around 11 in our Discord. It was very clear from the dailies that Dan was going. So I was, working on the graphics for Dan's interview. And I'm sitting there like, I put on the bottom of it the number of the house guests that's been evicted. So like first evicted house guest, this or the second. And I'm like, what fucking evicted house guest is he? 3 people self-evicted. Am I counting them in the total? Is he the 4th evicted? Is he the 7th? I have no clue anymore. I'm like, it's Dan. It's the Dan interview. I don't care. Who's left?
Yeah.
Ty was throwing a hissy fit this week that if he didn't get, I mean, you don't know this, but here's a little, fun from the dailies. Ty basically this week said, if I don't get pulled from POV, I'm self-evicting again.
But he didn't do it the first time. He just threatened it.
Well, he was just going to
And
threaten it
he's
again.
threatening
But
again. Yeah.
well, he low-key threatened it, but still,
God, I
he's...
just cannot stay. I'd rather have Zach over Ty.
Oh, God, no.
Me. I can't. I don't understand Claudia. I can't. It makes me sexless to watch her hang on him and kiss him. This week, he's so gross the way he talks to people. That's why he's gross. The way his attitude, the way he talks to people. Does he do that in normal life? I don't know because I don't know him. This version, what I'm seeing in the house in this game, I can't stand the way he talks to people. It just absolutely grosses me out.
100%. So whatever. So you want to start at the beginning of the week when I feel Big Brother was like,
Yeah.
we
And
want to
do you-
capitalize on traders.
Well, I mean, they definitely did, but what I want to know from the Oracle.
Oh, okay, yes. Well, you can't just summon the Oracle. You don't have that power, but you can ask a question. Go ahead.
Oh, Oracle.
Yeah, Oracle don't work that way, girl. You go ahead. What's your
I always
question?
get my incense and stuff.
What's your question?
So my question is, I wonder if this was already pre-planned or if this is something they kind of switched to kind of get the house back together because it was so divided and so disrupted last week as far as the invisible HOH, the invisible POV, you know what I mean? Because none of that drama was really carried over into this week, right?
Okay, the Oracle hears you, kind sir, and the Oracle says it doesn't understand what you're talking about. Why did you call me for this? What do you not understand? You don't understand how. What?
Do you do you think they switched gears a little bit for this week's Who Done It because the house was so wrecked last week? So if they make an HOH invisible, if they make a POV winner invisible, then everybody's going to kind of go at each other, but it's not going to be like the house versus tie. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. No, sir, I don't. You're also being written up. Please don't call me again. Sir, don't call me unless I come for you. Okay, goodbye. Oracle out. Oracle out. Wow, you pissed off the Oracle, Comedy Jonah.
Oh my
Here's the
God.
thing. I don't know because I feel like tensions were so high last week. Two people walked out.
Yeah.
Technically doing a, invisible week such as this, I feel that is something which ratchets up the drama. You would think they wouldn't want to do something that would inflame Ty. Like, I'm sorry, Ty's a giant man child. You're going into this week again. You already have to know from watching that he's still threatening to self evict. I don't know why you would turn up the gas to try and get him more to self evict. However, maybe it's always planned they can't go back. It just was very clear to me they were capitalizing on the traders. They wanted it, they
Oh,
saw the traders
absolutely.
did so well, they wanted a full traders, rip-off week.
Oh yeah, and I love this bunch too, especially with this HOH comp, right? When they have to write down the amount of money, and we saw that Daniel doesn't know how to fill out a check, which I thought was
Two people,
interesting.
two of them said,
Yeah,
I've never written a check in my life. Adults.
yeah, no, it was Shania, and
Shania.
Daniel. Yeah,
Yeah.
Shania and Daniel have never written a check. I was like, how old am I?
I can't with Daniel. But
I can't with Daniel either, actually.
so great. So let's talk. So
Yeah,
Daniel was the one kicking it off where we find out the twist of which I didn't think this needed explaining, but I found out from our own chat while watching that people didn't get it. So you understand the point that
right.
there's $100,000 pot. They're
Guaranteed to the
adding
winner. Yeah.
guaranteed regardless.
They're
They're
going to
adding 50.
50,000,
And
but
how much
whatever
of that?
money they bid on, so like
Yeah.
if the winner of the HOH actually won, let's say bid 25,000 and that's was the winning amount, then that 20 extra 25 would go towards the amount the winner would make, right?
Right. Somebody was confused in our chat, and I'll let them remain anonymous. They thought that the people that lost were going to lose the amount of money from the final amount if they win the game. And I was
It would
like, no, dum dum.
I would definitely be selling my shark and my ninja products if I had to lose
I'm
any
going
of
to sell them a shark vacuum.
that. Who needs a Brita? Brita? Brita, anyone? Yeah.
Britta, who needs a
No.
Britta? So no, the
Yeah, no.
100,000 is intact. Nothing is
Mm-hmm.
affecting that. So now
Right.
that being said, Comedy Jonah, how much? And people, let us know in the chat. Let us know in the comments below. But
Yeah.
how much of the 50K would you have bid?
See, that's really tough because I
No, it's
would like,
not.
well, because I knew I would win the game and I would want more money. That's why it's tough.
Why?
But
Why?
of course, I would bid the 50,000. But I was
Yeah.
understanding the strategy and And it's interesting too when you look at not just what people wrote down on the check amount, but then it was the tiebreaker question too. You really got a feel of how what they think of their fellow house guests. And Daniel's reading the house wrong, Renee's reading the house wrong. Anybody that voted around 25,000 does not know the house. Jonathan, we learned can't read words. Couldn't even read huda. Couldn't read the card very well. He thought it was 25,000. So we kind of really starting to understand how they're kind of comparing themselves or thinking.
Yeah.
As far
Well,
as
that
who
was
they
the
are.
point. I
Yeah,
think that
which was great.
100% is
Yeah.
the point of the week. Is- yeah, I mean, why I was saying to you it's not hard. Who cares if you think you're going to get to the end? You know, sitting down in that seat, someone's writing 50. So, irregardless, it's not that you did something and then you won and then the amount that you have left over is there. It is the person who bets the most wins. So, since you already know someone's gonna bet the most,
Yeah.
obviously you're just betting the most. I don't understand
Right.
why anybody wavered. That was the stupidest thing ever. And
Mm-hmm.
then I am horrible at math. I am so horrible at math, but even I understood averages. So, I
Right.
mean, the people that got that wrong, did they really. Like, the only way it makes sense to me is if they thought that every single person was betting 49,000 or 50, which is why they went in the middle. But I would have thought someone's going to bet 25. Somebody who feels safe will bet a 20. Like, it just seemed so obvious to me to make that number
See, I
lower.
didn't get the impression that anybody felt safe. I really thought like Daniel, Renee, Claudia, Shania, all bet under $50,000, and all of them, and even with their kind of tiebreaker questions, nothing was around the $50,000. But then you've got Dan S, you've got Ty, Santina, I think was the only woman that voted that high. Who else? Looking up. Oh,
Santi
and Anika.
and Anika, yeah.
Yeah, all understood it.
Yeah,
I
I
was
mean,
really hoping for Anika. I was really wanting an Anika win.
I have to say, I love Anika more and more. She is very
I love
prevalent on the
her too.
dailies. If you love her, you would love the dailies because she gets a ton of airtime on the dailies, but I feel like she gets no airtime on the show. I mean, we saw her a little bit tonight with like, "Don't say my name. Why are you saying my name?" And
Get
that's
your name
about
out of
it.
my mouth. Get your name out of my
That's
mouth.
it. Don't say my name. I just came down here to say, "Don't say my name. Don't say my name. Say my
So when
name.
you
Say
got a
my name."
question and you say my name, you come to me, okay?
I'm sorry, and I know people are not going to like me for this, and now I know that we're jumping around, but I mean, obviously, Santina wins the HOH, so now, I'm sorry, I don't really love Santina. Like, she kind of rubs me the wrong way. However, I appreciate that she's not here to take Ty's bullshit or any of the guys'
Yes.
bullshit. And I did feel for her when she's standing in the kitchen, again, being double teamed and like, Ty can never, like, Ty loves I'm gonna get in your face, talk in your face, have
Oh, you're
backup,
talking too
bring
loud.
people
Oh,
to.
you're talking
Yeah, now
gaslighting.
you're
You're talking
talking
too
too loud.
loud. No, why are you getting so upset? You're
Why are
talking
you getting
really
so
loud.
upset?
Why are you so close? I mean, he does that gaslighting shit that I hate. But I agree with you. Santina a lot of times rubs me the wrong way too. But damn, she held her own in the kitchen with him, and I loved it.
I
I loved
appreciate
it.
that it
It
has
even
to
put
be
in our
hard for her.
notes. Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
appreciate her standing up for herself, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't like I see Chickadee saying and then Ty coordinating the conversation but laughing at her over it. It's that
Oh
shit
yeah.
that I can't
It's the
stand about.
gaslighting, you're stupid shit
Yeah,
that
I
I
can't
hate.
stand
I
him.
hate. And I can't imagine Claudia standing there watching the way he has spoken to her that way and how he
Yeah.
speaks to everybody else. And then it's, oh my God, I'm not here for a showman. I'm here to play my own game.
Yeah, we know what you're here for, Claudia.
Yeah.
I can't stand her. I cannot stand Claudia.
I
I'm
was
so
like,
sorry.
go home, Claudia. Go home, TT.
Seriously, I wish
Yeah,
Dan would have stayed.
I know.
I can't stand Claudia more than Santina lately. This season has become what level can't I stand you? Uh, and I can't stand Claudia these days more than Santina. At least Santina is justified in her attitude.
She
I mean,
is, yeah,
yeah.
and
I
can
mean,
hold her own, right? I mean, Claudia would have,
yes.
crumbled into a piece of chewed up gum on the floor if she got that level of confrontation, or anybody else.
Claudia's just so weak. Like, oh, I love you. You want to hold a hand? You want to kiss on the bed?
Mm,
Let's kiss on the bed a little bit. I was just
you have
thinking
a
about outside the house.
sweater. You have a sweater I can wear. It's really
Oh,
cold. I'm
it's
chilly. I
so
don't want to smell
cold.
you.
Yeah.
Here to play my own game, okay? I'm a little showman.
Here to play
Oh.
my own game while I'm attached to your penis. Yeah. I'm like, you're not making a move against him, which, by the way, not for nothing. It's also not in her best interest to make a move against him. So I
No.
honestly, I don't want to gaslight her and act like I'm trapping her either. Because now at this point, there is
Right.
no point for her to make a move against him. Clearly, he's gonna be riding for her. So obviously, she shouldn't make a move against him. But I never believed you would have made a move against him in the first place.
Yeah.
Give me a
Absolutely
break.
not.
Give me a break, Claudia. Courtney says, how mad do we think Ty was when Dan touched Claudia's leg tonight? Who knows? Who cares? Who cares?
Voted him out. That's how mad he was.
Yeah, he voted him out. I think he's coming down off steroids. His whole body seems to be deflating, and his
Maybe
nipples
that's
just keep
it.
getting
Maybe
bigger.
the gaslighting is a side effect of coming down off steroids.
Well, I mean, all I'm saying is these guys are pretty jacked, and I've never seen guys their age with more acne in my life.
I
It's like,
was
how do you have...
noticing the acne on Dan.
Yeah, it's like steroids acne. I'm just like, geez, Louise,
Dan
people.
had it. I'm like, can we get some Clearasil in the house? Like,
Seriously, what is happening?
or some with those blackhead strips or something. Maybe we could just
No, don't do those. I'm very against those. Do not do those.
Oh my gosh, it's just crazy. Yeah, lots of body acne and stuff like on Ty and stuff. It's because, when you're evil, you don't have clear skin.
Well, I agree with that 100%. That must be why we look so good.
I know.
I don't look a day over 40.
I'm playing my own game here, so.
I think that I even loved that after they do their writing down of the check, then they send them to the table just like in Traders. You could tell production had no clue what to do with this. I could just tell production's in the background like, okay, who watched Traders? What happens when they sit around the table? Oh, they're supposed to argue? Okay, who wants to argue at the table? Does anyone want to argue at the table?
Give them glasses of wine. That'll
Give
help
them
the
glasses
argument.
of wine.
Okay,
Yeah, let them
yeah.
argue. Let them
Okay.
argue at the table. And then there was freaking Shania. I'm gonna need... Oh, no, it wasn't Shania. It was Renee. I'm gonna
Renee.
need your wine. I'm gonna need your wine if you're gonna think it's me. I'm Nay. I'm freaking the sheet. No, Nay,
Now I'm
Shania.
pissed- Yeah. Now I'm pissed off. Everybody thinks it's me.
I mean, I don't understand Renee. All she did, like my impression of Renee all week is every conversation. She's like, I just want to say it is not me. Okay? Let's talk, but it's not me. Okay, guys?
I swear on my Nona and my Nunu and my Nana and my Tatas, it is not me.
It is not me. Okay, what were you going to say? Did you want chicken for dinner? Paul, also, it's not me. Okay?
Do you want a second helping? By the way, it's not me.
Hey, what can I do for you guys? It's not me.
Oh, HelloFresh came. You need me to dice an onion? I'll do that for you. But guess what? It's not me.
Hey, did you guys know that Coolio song? It wasn't me. Wait,
hey,
was that
someone
Coolio?
grab some toilet paper out of the pantry. By the way, it's not me.
No, I feel like you should have said it's not TP. You were set up for that. Oh, Shaggy. Why did I say Coolio? Anyway, she is so weird.
Yeah.
Santina did do a good job
She did a great job.
of setting it up. But I don't think we have a definite answer. And I know people were disagreeing with this last night in our own Discord when we were watching last night's dailies.
Mm-hmm.
No one because here was my question. Do we know Santina told Jonathan and Hope. Now, I said, well, if Hope...
She kind of wiggled around Hope.
Well,
Because
no,
Hope
from the
didn't really
dailies.
Oh, okay. Oh, she
From
did
the
tell her?
from the dailies, we know she told Hope. To which I then said, well, if Hope knows, everyone knows, because Hope can't keep his damn fucking mouth shut. But, we really don't know. We only know because we heard from Hope's own mouth that he knew. But I really don't know. Did Claudia know? Did Ty really know? I feel like we heard it through. Oh, John did tell the Crown. We know John then told the Crown on the episode. So that was Kuzi, Daniel,
Anika,
and Anika, right? That's it. Oh, and Hope. Do we think that Claudia and Ty found out? I feel like we didn't get... Like, we're just assuming that Claudia knows. I don't feel Claudia knows, nor do I feel Ty knows.
No, I don't think Ty knows. I don't think Nene knows. I don't think Claudia knows.
Because Dan would have said it tonight, too. Like, when Arissa asked him, he would have
Right.
said, well, I know for a fact it was Santina because Ty told me, blah, blah, blah. So I don't believe that. I mean, so many people, whatever. You guys comment below and let us know. Do you think that Claudia and Ty knew?
No,
or do you
I don't
think no?
that. I don't think that whole scene in the kitchen would have happened if they knew.
True.
Right? Yeah.
True.
But and I also like the fact that when Anika's name's mentioned, she didn't rat out Santina.
Yeah.
She didn't say it's not me. I know for a fact it's Santina. Like she kept her cards to her chest, which I have total respect for. I'm like, you know what? You got your point across. No one's going to talk to you. I love how you jump into an argument and you didn't rat out Santina. You may not like her, but she didn't nominate you and you didn't rat her out, right? So, yeah, kudos.
I mean, I do see Courtney says Claudia, Nika, and Kuzi all talked to Claudia, and Claudia said it's not like Santina had a vote. I hear you, but I feel like I need to hear the words come out of Claudia's mouth. I need to hear Claudia say the words, I know it's Santina. I told Ty.
Right.
I didn't tell Ty.
I was told by so-and-so. I loved earlier on at Tuesday's episode when Anika's like, I don't think it's Santina. I don't think she's smart enough to have won this situation.
Well, I mean, Santina's very smart. I don't think she's not
Super
smart.
And
not for nothing. Here's another one that people aren't going to like. I hope Santina wins HOH tonight. And not for nothing, Santina still has her power. So once Santina gets into trouble, she's going to use her power to get out of trouble. I'm here for Santina drama.
Oh, me too. I would love for Santina to have a second HOH, a back-to-back.
Third.
Well,
This would be her third.
It'll be her third HOH, but it would be a back-to-back HOH. And I would love for her to go after Ty.
Me too, and go right in public this time. Just be like, oh, I'm going right for you. You gonna self-evict? Go.
Yeah, I'd be at the top of the stairs. We don't need a ceremony. Ty, you're my nomination. You and Claudia.
That would be so funny if someone did that on Big
Brother.
Brother.
So everybody knows, and so Renee doesn't get mad. I'm the HOH this week.
I'm the HOH. We don't need anyone else. We're all good.
Everyone good with their HelloFresh and your Brita water? Good.
It's getting to be too much. I'm so sorry. It really is getting to be too much with the things. I mean, oh my God. Like, I know there are people that watch this show and they're like, you put your whole thing in the beginning. We put a thing in the beginning to promote ourselves and the end. We don't have ads on this show. We don't do any of that stuff. It's annoying as shit. And oh my God, just when every 5 minutes it's like, let's go talk by the HelloFresh cooler. Do you want to go get a Circle K in the bedroom? Okay, let's go.
I'd like to pitch why I should stay. Do you want to go get a drink at Circle K?
And then what's her name at Wendy's? What, Santina this week? I went to, which by the way, let me say, if it was somebody that most people liked and they went to
Wendy's.
Wendy's and didn't take anyone, people would have loved it. I loved it. I was like, that was brilliant. She didn't take anyone. I want to know if she could have taken someone if she wanted to.
Oh, I'm just gonna film myself going into Wendy's drive-thru and be like, "Hey, I'm at Wendy's! Woohoo!"
Well, let me let you in on a little secret, right? You want me to change your whole world?
Of course.
As everyone knows, because they watch me live when I'm live every day for like 8 hours, I'm a fast food aficionado. I went to Wendy's the other day. They now have a chicken Caesar wrap that you can get.
Ooh.
However, it is $6 and not worth it.
Really?
Yeah, it's not worth the $6.
How are their
But
burgers? The burgers look good. Like
no, I
baked.
don't like. The only thing I get at Wendy's is like a cheese baked potato and sour cream. I like their Frosties. I like their chicken nuggets. I don't like their burgers.
You just don't make a potato at home?
All right, calm down, Richie Rich, okay? Yeah, and you know what? Then I gotta go to the supermarket. I gotta buy a bag of $12 potatoes. It's then like the potato famine, and every meal we gotta eat a goddamn potato. I don't know, the potatoes are gonna go bad. Or I could just go to Wendy's and get a potato for $2.
And burn fossil fuels. You could just have
Okay.
have your groceries delivered.
I did. Oh, okay. I was
Instacart.
Okay, girl, you gonna pay for Insta? We don't afford to keep YRR up and running. Now we're paying for Instacart. Become a patron. There's something I haven't said in a long time. YourRealityRecaps.com/patron. So yeah, whatever. My point was, Chicken Caesar wrap is back and or there for the first time, and I love it, and I'm happy about it.
Something that's not worth it. Okay, got it.
Got it.
So back to the show. So I thought one of Santina's brilliant moves when she hugged Renee and said, you know, what did she say? No, what? Oh, what did she? Good choice.
Oh yeah, like shoot your shot. Shoot
your shot was so
shoot your
brilliant. Shoot your shot. So brilliant to do that. Just completely pin down Renee.
I think she's a great player.
I think too.
She's annoying, but she's a great player.
But a great player. She's a great player. I loved her nominees this week. I loved her backups just to put their partners up. I thought that was great. You know, we saw it send a message this week to Ty, like, oh, somebody's really thinking about this. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And I think it also exposes them. It's like, oh, we know you two are a duo. We know Dan and Nene are a duo. Do you know what I mean? Like, it exposed all of it to the house, which I thought was great. And yeah, when she said shoot your shot, I was just like, oh my God, it's so good. It's so good. The only thing I wish she wouldn't have done was tell anyone. I wish she would have shut her mouth with Jonathan. Say it later when it's done. Like, get the credit. Or get the credit at the end when you're final three and you're putting it in your pitch. Do you know what I mean? Don't do it now.
Didn't know where that was going. Didn't know where that was going. You were like, oh, just save it and stick it into your... I'm like, whoa. Yeah, I don't I mean, Jonathan is like a big dopey idiot. He's like, do, I'm Jonathan. I'm loyal.
Don't it.
I was really thinking about it this week, and I decided to tell people.
I really thought about the game this week for the first time.
Thinking about the game. I'm gonna go up and talk to some people in the room.
So I'm in this house with all these people, and I realized I'm actually playing a game.
Guess I should tell somebody what Santina told me.
Hey guys. I've got some big news.
I was just looking for a reason to do this. I kind of like Lady Gaga, and she does this. I was hoping we could add this next. I can't with him. He is like, again, he's like a human Xanax.
It's like a human Xanax. How relaxing though it would be to live with him. You'd just be resting and sleeping all the time.
I mean, you need that type of person in the game. You need the person who, like, this person's not going to betray me. They, like, are so... They're just them. Like, they're totally them.
An older dog.
I just loved how when he was filling out his check and was like, do I do it? Do I write the full amount? All right, let's go. I'm going to do it. I'm writing it.
My fisherman buddies will be proud.
Just like, please stop it. Just
Oh my gosh.
stop it. Just stop
I
it.
mean, he would probably the type that would like, while having sex would just fall asleep on top of you. You're just like, I'm pinned. Help me. I'm pinned. Jonathan, wake up. Jonathan, wake up.
His wife or girlfriend probably doesn't even know that he's still not there. She probably like opens the closet. She probably like opens the closet and there's a coat and she's like, "Oh, honey. Oh, you're not here. That's right. You're on that game." She probably has no clue he's even gone.
Oh, after the season, he's like, "Oh, honey, did you leave? I thought you were here the whole."
Is that what our kid was talking about, that you were on the TV? I just thought he wasn't smart like you.
I put him on medication because I thought he was seeing things.
Thought he was seeing people on the TV.
Since you're here, can you pick him up at the therapist's office? I can put him at the therapist.
That'd be great. Just do that.
You've been gone for 40 days?
40, 70 now.
Oh, is it 70? Oh, wow.
Well, now, by the time he gets home now, it'll be 70.
I think 40 Survivor. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, 40 Survivor. Yeah, him going around the house and just being like, I'm ready to play now. I was like, please stop. And I have no idea why Santina told him. It makes no sense. Like, as smart as I think Santina is, something she does, I'm just like, what? And then when he was in the room, he's like, yeah, Santina won! And I was just like, what? What?
I know.
Because she told you, or because you're actually happy for her? I'm so confused.
She's not going to be nominated? I'm confused too.
Yeah, I can't. I get, and I love him, and don't get me wrong. I think he's a great all-around human. I just think he's also like human Xanax.
Right.
He's the best person in that house.
But then on the other spectrum, we've got Hope and that conversation with Ty this week saying, "Oh, buddy, I owe you, of course." And I'm just like, and I always fall into the Hope trap, always, because I'm like, "What are you doing? No, stop it!" And then Ty leaves the room. He's like, "Oh, please, I'm not going to use the veto on him." And I'm like, "You got me again.
But I don't. But that's. I agree with you. I fall into the same trap, but I also don't understand Hope's gameplay. Like, I hope Hope is smart enough to understand that he can do that this week because it's invisible. I hope he's not going to do that shit next week. Because I'm waiting, like, it's jury now, Hope. He's staying. So if you get to the end, he's going to decide if you get to win. And if you're jerking around his hopes in the game, which don't get me wrong, we all hate him, but now you should be playing to win. That is not a smart strategy to be like, of course I'm going to help you when you know that you're not.
And I think, too, especially Arissa talking tonight about, okay, jury house is open. I think Dan being the first one's good because he's going to really vote for the game, where now, house guests, you have to do jury management.
Yeah.
So I absolutely agree with you. Like, I think it's worked for Hope up to this point as far as survival and just kind of going back and forth with all these different people and alliances, but now it's not going to work. So I hope that Hope switches it up is my hope.
Hope needs to switch it up. What about and stop wearing space buns, Hope. What about Santina meeting Kiefer and us finding out that Santina was an indigenous person? I did not know that either. I mean,
Oh,
somebody
I knew
said
she
that
was indigenous.
Oh, you did know that?
Hmm.
She was one of your people?
I can identify my people.
You can identify your people. Okay, well,
She
I
has
did not
very
know that.
indigenous looks. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Well,
Hmm.
I don't assume based on people's looks, so
Well, I know you're white.
that's rude.
It's this day and age, I guess it is.
Um we saw Ty tell Santina that he thinks it's Jonathan because Jonathan is never asking who the HOH
Yep.
is. What did you think of that?
But real quick regarding the Wendy's thing, I really would have loved it
Oh,
to have been the other invisible HOH.
yeah, would have made
I
sense.
think,
Spicy.
yeah, like
Well, she was
I
last
love,
week, so.
I love. Oh, she was last week. Oh, never mind then. So yes, Jonathan not asking questions, so obvious.
I
It is
was like,
so
you're
obvious.
so smart, Ty. You're so smart. You're so good at this game. He's like, I'm now all of a sudden Matlock, and I understand that. Stop trying to do psychology, Ty. You barely can
Yeah,
groom your body hair.
you need psychology.
Yeah, you need a therapist. Stop trying to play therapist. What are you doing?
Ugh. All I can
Is
say is I can see why he's single.
right. What did you think of Kuzi tonight celebrating during the fight? Speaking of the
Oh my
fight.
God, when she was dancing in the pantry, I was dancing in my living room. I was.
Although I do think it was interesting because don't get me wrong, I love a Queen Kuzi. I do love it. I think Kuzi knows she's there to make TV. I think she is channeling her inner Taylor at times. We know that she's a fan of
Mhm.
BBUS. I think she's trying to create some of those same moments. But regardless, I thought it was interesting that she said I'm safe for another 2 weeks. Because if you listen to some of the other conversations in the house,
Yeah.
people realize that Kuzi is a huge social threat. Like, I think
Yeah.
Kuzi thinks her threat level is a lot lower than it actually is. I think Kuzi's threat level is high with a lot of
I
people.
think it's high because she's not on the radar, right? She's in a five-person alliance. They kind of control the house. And the fact that her name wasn't mentioned in the kitchen while Santina was getting confronted, which is why she was dancing and she was saying, my name's not even coming up. When you fly under the radar like that so smoothly and you're in the biggest alliance right now in the house, yeah, you're playing your threat level is super high as far as winning the game. Yeah.
See, and now I know that I'm going to probably, and again, people can comment below wherever they're watching this
Right.
and weigh in. I don't really think that the Crown is that strong of an alliance. We've already seen Daniel basically tell Kuzi, I'm willing to go against you last week when it wasn't in his benefit. Like, there's already cracks. There was cracks in the Crown before the Crown even officially formed. Hope does whatever the hell he wants. There's way too many people in that alliance that do whatever they want. I have more hope for the Girls Alliance than I have for the Crown Alliance.
Yes, I absolutely agree. Especially, seeing like Daniel in the beginning of Tuesday's episode saying, I need to get back in better with Kuzi and Anika because of his in love with Zach. And, he to me was the first crack because what does he do? Like, okay, it's great. You won the power of veto. You got the power. Doesn't mean you have to use it.
Yeah.
Was that really a smart move? Like, do you really think Ty's going to be loyal to you? Is this another like guy that looks like a
Yes.
bully in your childhood that
Um,
you have a crush on? Like, I
mm,
don't understand. You know what I mean?
then I
Like,
get it.
you, you're sick.
Then I get it. Ty hit me, Ty. Ty hit me.
But you know what I
No.
mean? It's like,
Yes, I know what
why
you
do
mean.
you have to use it? That was the dumb ass move as far as I was concerned. I just was like, keep them
I
the same. They're both up there.
I
Ty would have
understand.
went home. Yeah.
I understand the logic of it simply because you want to keep a bigger target in the house. So I understand that it's going to buy you an extra week.
Yeah.
However, like you're saying though, if you're a majority alliance and you're in this majority alliance, I understand that the girls are basically dissolved because of all the drama between
Yeah.
Renee and everything. But I have hope that the girls are going to bring that back together. And I think
I
if we
hope so
see it,
too.
I think if there's a Renee HOH this week, if there's
Yeah.
another Koozie HOH, I can see
Mm-hmm.
that girl group being brought back together. I hope anyway.
I
Yeah, I forgot what I was saying.
No, I want it resurrected as well too. You know, one of the things like when Daniel told him he was the veto winner and wanted to hear what his plan was, and Hope. I mean, Hope said it perfectly. When you touch something and it's hot, you don't touch it again. Like Ty is not trustworthy. If you're gonna do the plan, do it with Dan. I would trust Dan well over Ty. Look what he
Oh,
did. He threatens to walk out constantly. He actually did almost walk out. Like, no, you have no respect for the game. If you stayed on the block, you were threatening to walk out. What? Because you can't be voted out because your ego's that big? Like, screw you. Why
I
and
mean,
why do that unless you have a crush on him too? It's just like, what, Daniel? Should
well,
we?
here's
Yeah, if we end up going to Toronto, let's go out. Let me show you how to
I'm
like gay
good.
boys.
I'm good. So,
No, I meant Daniel. Yeah.
no, I know. I'm saying I'm good. I don't need to go out with Daniel. Uh, I'm saying I'm good. I'll stay
I'm
and
doing my
eat.
gay due diligence.
I'm gonna
Like
have some
to teach the young.
poutine.
I want to
Gonna
teach
eat
the
some
young.
poutine. No. So, yeah. Here's the thing. Okay, so we're gonna keep him in the house because that keeps a bigger target in. But then you're gonna keep Claudia, who is clearly always gonna be a number with him. So you're keeping a group together that are always gonna keep each other safe. Probably gonna vote together. I don't believe the Claudia is playing her own game story.
No.
That's ridiculous. If I was in the crown or I was other people, I well would have wanted to keep Dan in the game over Claudia for the exact same reason that you're saying you're taking Ty down. You're saying you're
Right.
taking Ty
I'm
down
just
because
saying.
you want to keep a bigger
Yeah.
threat. Dan's a bigger threat. I get Santina
Yeah.
not wanting Dan to remain in the game, but the
And
other
Dan's
people
more
should have.
trustworthy too. Like I
Yes.
would take his word over Ty's
They all
instantly.
just kept they all just kept saying on the dailies like it's too late now. Like Dan did go around and try and work with people on the dailies, but
But
they
it
all
was
just
too
kept
late.
saying it's too late, it's too late. No, it is not too late. How is it too late for Dan but not too late for you to take Ty down? What am I
Because then they
missing?
would have had to go against Daniel, and that would have caused some cracks.
Well, Daniel's an idiot. Go against Daniel and send his ass home too.
Oh God, Kuzi talking to him. Oh no, you're not a badass bitch. Well, what am I acting like then?
Just a bitch.
You were Zach's bitch and now you're Tom's bitch. So
If I interview
am I acting fierce? Oh
You're
no.
acting so You're acting so fierce. If I interview
You're
Ty,
soft.
can I?
She's
Can
saying
I?
soft.
If I interview Ty, can I go? I knew that I remember in the show you kept calling people clowns, but I was wondering what is it like to be Zach's bitch?
Yeah.
Eric, you're not allowed to do interviews anymore. Well, is the show even on anymore?
You're not even invited to Canada anymore. We don't want you here.
I don't want you here.
We don't
Um,
want you.
but yeah, I can't with Daniel. I don't get his whole thing. I don't get Daniel's whole persona in the game.
I don't understand his game. All I am seeing from my gay male perspective is that he has these crushes on these types of like this is his type. Like he
Yeah.
needs some kind of hey or approval. Hey, I'm in the popular club now. Whatever. It's just like shut up, work with the girls. You know. It's
Shut your
easier.
hole and know your role.
Shut your hole and know your role. That I could see Ty saying that to Claudia. She's like, but I have a game too that I'm playing. Shut your hole and know your role.
That was McCrae. That was a McCrae quote from BB,
Oh
whatever that
my
season that
God.
was.
Yeah.
Um, what did
Oh,
you think of
McCray.
Dan? Like, I thought that whole fight in the kitchen, back to that for a minute, I thought that was the most vocal we've ever seen Dan in this game. When he's always like, of course I think it's you. I'm like, oh, all of a sudden you know how to talk?
Well, I think Dan was keeping things close to his, poorly chosen shirt. His, keeping his cards close. Do you know what I mean? So it was nice to see him speak up. And then it was nice to hear his pitches too tonight. Like, yeah, what you're saying makes absolute total sense.
Yeah.
But it just seemed like, especially when he was talking to Kuzi, it's just she's like, oh, Daniel's already made this deal with Ty. But then you're right, they could have switched it up. It would have, if he was willing to do that, I
Yeah.
would have said, no, Daniel, we're switching it up. But then the
I,
girls don't want to lose a vote for Claudia because Claudia wants the girls' alliance, which I thought was smart in her pitch in the Circle K room. Um, to talk about the girls' alliance, and I want a girl to win. And I thought that was really smart on her part too, to get that going again. And I hope it does get going. I want a reunion. I want to.
I, I like when Santino was like, well, you were staring at me. You were standing over there staring at me. And he was like, yeah, and because I thought you could have been one of the people. I like to stare. And then just cut to Dan. He's like,
Oh, I love
like,
Santina too. Oh yeah, and there's also 10 other people here too that could possibly be the HOA, and just walks away, and then he's just like rolling his eye.
I'm down,
She handled
Dan.
herself. She took them all on. Good for her. Pat on the back.
And then there's Shania. Nene got her 2 minutes of airtime being Dan's lapdog this episode. It is really hard. I'm gonna be
I didn't
alone
even
in
know
the
they
house.
were close.
It's because you don't watch the dailies.
You were learning that much in the dailies, really?
Yeah, they are, I mean, I'm not gonna call
Brother
them
and
a
sister? What?
full on showman. No, they flirt. We like dark humor together.
Cheetos.
We like to eat Cheetos and do
I have
dark
Cheetos on my
humor.
fingers. I hate that.
I like to paint all of his nails black except one, and I paint that one white, and that's really deep. I have a rib tattoo.
My mood reflection for this week.
Oh God, they had a deleted scene and it was a montage of her burping, and I was just like, that's all you need to know about her. That's why she is not on the show. It was literally just a montage of Shania like
Yeah. Again, I had to scroll up, and it's still I'm mispronouncing her name. Thank goodness they call her Nene, because I don't say her name enough, because I forget who she is. And then she just walks in. I'm so mad. I have to choose between the two people. It's like, oh my gosh, who are you again? Is this production? Did production just walk in? It's like, who are you?
I can't. She needs to go. Like I would I would have. There was a time when I would have said I would have loved it if Anika and Nene Shania would just go, because I thought that they weren't involved in anything. But now I know Anika is so involved. I just
Oh yeah.
like, it sucks. I wish Shania would go next. I would like the people not playing the game to leave. So she needs to go.
I mean, she's a vote, so I don't care. I
No.
don't know enough to say I want her to leave. But again,
I
you're right.
do.
In the beginning of covering the season, her and Anika, I was just like, ugh. But Anika, man, she turned it around. I absolutely love her. I loved her getting into that argument with Zach on the stairs, and then Jonathan was like, oh, but I got something to say. Could you shut up? Stop talking.
Hi, it's me, Jonathan.
Hi guys, I got something to say now too. I realized I'm playing a game, and we're in the game.
Shut up. Shut. You're not in this.
Did you guys? Could you see him like trying to like be cool? Like, you know how sometimes people try and work the like the group name into stuff. I could just see John. Guys, I know we have Wendy's, but imagine if we had Burger King, we could get crowns. You can just see him in the kitchen. I
Oh my
like crowns.
human Xanax at
He's,
the restaurant.
he's
That's
just the
funny.
worst. He's so nice, and he shouldn't be
So
playing this
nice.
game. He should not be
Yeah.
playing this game. Kudos to whoever brought him into this game. It is
Right.
just, you
Right.
need that little. He's like a lab. He's like a Labrador retriever.
Right. Like
You
a
need that.
loyal, like,
Hmm.
yeah. Older
Yeah,
dog, like not a puppy.
yeah.
It's not a lot of
Di-
energy.
we saw that Dan. I'm being told by Destinies that Dan left his Wendy's points to Nene Shania, so no surprise there.
Even though she voted him out.
I will. Oh, I don't know. Should I? I'll just say this. You know who comes to? You know how I say I'm always live. During the day.
Mm-hmm.
Um. Well, let's just say that perhaps sometimes an ex-house guest will visit our chat room and give us some details. But maybe I shouldn't say the name to keep that a secret. But they might, pop in
Now,
and let us.
do the people in the chat know that person's there, or are they anonymous?
Oh, no, they know. We
Oh,
had
so
a
then you would have
full.
to attend the chat and
Yes,
watch,
I'll
right?
just say. I'll just say that we had learned that they had spoken with Zach already, and that they weren't buying Zach's story, and that Vanessa and they told us Vanessa's doing very well, and
Oh,
that
good.
Vanessa left for good reasons. That's
But we
all.
don't know the reasons. If it's good reasons, my family is now healthy and safe,
Yeah,
or
it's.
my mental health
mm,
is now better since leaving.
I think it's probably my mental health is better since leaving.
But then you got someone like Karen, who is older and just thrived in that environment. Well, she's a real estate broker, so she's
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah, of course,
That's
100,
why I would
100.
do well as well. Just dealing with
Oh,
all
real
types.
estate brokers do well in that game.
Yes. They deal with
Why?
all kinds of people. They have to switch it
Oh,
up all the time.
I have to deal with Big Brother people every freaking season. You know how hard that is?
Oh my God.
Um, what did you think of the veto competition this week? Did you like it? Did you not like it?
Oh, I didn't have any other way. I was shocked that Daniel won. I mean, getting all of
I
that. And then I was loving that Taya was getting so confused.
What did you think about like the ties and the Dans like acting like, oh, I know exactly what 50 pounds feels like.
Oh,
They're trying
yeah.
to bench it. I know what bench pressing 50 pounds feels like. So, yeah, you're so wrong, morons. Yeah,
The gun
break.
show. Yeah. Yeah.
I loved when they were like trying to bench press it. Um, but yeah, I thought it was an I still love all of their comps. I think hands
I do
down,
too.
BB Canada's comps, even going into tonight's HOH comp, I just think visually it just
Hmm.
looked amazing to me. I just thought it
It
was
does. It was the first endurance of this season, right? We learned
yeah,
that as well.
yeah.
But no, it visually looks so good. I mean,
Like the video screen behind them of the waves and they're rocking and
oh
the fog
yeah.
and the little shark going around like
I
I
mean,
hope
it
the shark
makes.
won't kill you.
Oh, I love that with the shark, and it just makes like big house, big house, Big Brother House USA look like Sanford and Son, like just yeah, just looks really junky and old props.
They do have amazing sets. I do wish that our Big Brother would get some
Yeah,
better sets and make these comps look better.
yeah.
Who do you hope wins? So I already say I hope it's a Santina or a
Yeah.
Renee. That's who I want to win. Santina or Renee.
Ooh, those are such good ones. I would love a Santina too. Would that just be freaking amazing to go after um Ty again, especially after the way he spoke? Oh yeah. I would like a Renee. I would also. Who else would I want?
Chat is agreeing. I see Lori also says Renee. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
lots Renee's. Yeah, I agree
Yeah.
with that.
Nope. I absolutely agree with both of that. I mean, if it was Hope, it would be. Oh, if it's
I'm
Hope's
hoping we
time.
can keep Renee safe. Like if Renee doesn't win, I at
Mm-hmm.
least hope that the Canada votes to keep Renee safe
Oh
because I
yeah,
think
with the insurance thing.
yeah, you with the insurance thing, we need her. I think we need Renee in there to cause the
Yes.
drama and
So
increase the
Canada, let's save Renee this week. Next week.
save Renee. I mean, let's see who the HOH is. I don't know. I mean, did we get chat? Did we get a
A winner?
not a winner. Oh my god. Did we get the dailies for today already? Because if we got the dailies for today, then that means we're not going to find out who won HOH, I guess, then until tomorrow. Yes,
Mm.
so we already got today's dailies, which again we'll be watching tonight. Probably in an hour or so, maybe over in our Discord, we'll be watching the dailies. I actually heard that they're pretty good today. But yeah, so we'll find out
Oh, good.
tomorrow.
Awesome.
We will find out tomorrow.
Yep. So just get a grip.
Get a grip, people. So yeah, I mean, do you want to weigh in? Are you taking my choices? Are you staying with mine also?
I agreed with Santina. I want Renee to stay too. Um, I wouldn't mind Anika being the HOH. I want to see what she does. I mean, I love a koozie HOH, but Anika.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Comedy Jonah, any final thoughts for this week before we head into next week?
No, I mean it was just so nice to kind of relax this week a little bit, right? It wasn't
Yeah,
as
who
so
done it? Don't
crazy.
know, don't care.
We know, we don't care.
She's like, we're asking the question, who done it? And I said, don't know, don't care.
Yep.
I was happy that jury is starting though. That is nice to know that jury's starting.
Yep.
Um, I I think I already said we're not interviewing Dan until Tuesday. Well, no one
Mm-hmm.
is. So if you have questions for Dan, leave them for us on our Twitter, in the patron
I do.
group, in the Discord. Any questions you guys have for Dan, you have
Yep.
until Tuesday for us to ask him them. Of course, like I said, I'm live every single
Yep.
day here on You Now, talking with everyone like at 4 p.m. Eastern to like 11. We Twitch at night and we do Discord. We do the dailies.
Yep.
And we'll be doing that in a little bit.
My
Yeah.
question for Dan is, why that shirt?
What is wrong with the shirt, Comedy Jonah? You don't like a sleeveless shirt?
I love a sleeveless shirt. I just don't like the pattern. It's just too much. It doesn't
There
look
wasn't a
good.
pattern. It was gray.
Dan's shirt had all this stuff on it
Oh,
for
you mean
tonight.
his eviction shirt when he was
His
being
eviction shirt.
evicted?
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Oh
what he
God,
chose. It was that.
why don't I remember what his eviction shirt looked like? Oh, I've like blocked it out of my brain.
Wow.
Oh, maybe I wasn't. Maybe I was just listening and not watching. Now I'll have to go back and
Mhm.
see what his shirt looked like. The last time I remember seeing Dan on the episode, he was like in the gray
He
sleeveless.
changed into it, yeah, to go campaign.
Yeah,
So I
maybe
think you were
that's what
probably
it was.
just, yeah, it's just, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's from winners, but it's not a winner.
Oh my God, here's another point. When Santina was in the HOH and she got her Wendy's and her winner's outfit, did nobody in the house go, where'd
That
Santina
dress?
get the new outfit from?
Well, she got it from
Is,
winner. She had the bag there.
yeah, I know. Then
And then
she's
the
gonna
dress was
go,
horrible. It looked horrible on her.
my point is, so the girls in the house haven't all looked at each other's clothing already to then know Santina just got a new dress in the mix?
Maybe she wasn't allowed to take it out of the DR until her reign was over.
Even then, that would still be a clue. You got a
Well,
new dress in the
I,
mix.
I just, I was just laughing at the Wendy's with those French toast sticks. Like, I was like, by myself, by myself.
I mean, not for nothing. If you think about it, like if I was on that show, I mean, I guess I already signed a contract, so there's nothing I could do, but I would just be like, I really am going to get nothing for endorsing all of these things. Like, I'm basically a billboard now for Wendy's, Circle K, and you're telling me I'm going to get nothing for that? I'm not getting anything for promoting these brands.
Well, remember a few seasons back, it was the Expedia room was the Circle K room. So it's like, are these sponsors are like, we're just not getting our money's worth.
Yeah.
So we're not seeing it come back.
Shocker.
And now with what? Well, you said ratings were down like almost 50%. It's like,
Well, we're not going to get to see Big Brother Canada come back probably either.
I mean, and is Circle K doing that bad that they have to be a sponsor? Like, it's just.
I'm going to be in that meeting.
Yeah,
I'm going to be in that meeting.
Store. It's like, 7-Eleven seems to be down. Let's get them as a sponsor.
Yeah, I don't understand it. Oh, I really hope we get to go at the end of the season. I really hope that we do.
To Toronto?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
It would be so fun. I know.
We'll see what happens. I'll remind everybody again, make sure that you follow, like, and subscribe wherever you are watching, commenting below, sharing the show, telling a friend, telling a family member. Great ways to help support. Again, tweet us your questions. Leave them on Instagram or in the patron group for Dan or anything if you have them. And of course, check out our website, yourrealityrecaps.com, to see the past decade's worth of our shows. Or come and watch the dailies with us on Discord every night at 11. Come hang out with us on Twitch, too. I'm there every night as well. Comedy Jonah, what are your final thoughts?
Let's do a Santina. Santina for a second HOH. I think that would really mix it up. So that I'm putting that out into the
You're
universe.
manifesting. You're manifesting. Okay. Well, you gotta be a little bitch. You gotta be more like Santina when you gotta be like, I'm manifesting a Santina win, okay? I'm leaving.
I'm gonna leave that to you.
Okay. I'm gonna do a Santina win and I'm leaving.
Compete with you.
I don't like Ty, okay? Die. Bye. Okay, bye everybody.
There's 10 other people here with names, okay?
There's 10 other people. There's 10 other people here, and they all probably have a bigger penis than you. Bye.